For Charleston is number 29, Mason Ben. The head coach is Dean Peterson, assisted by Kyle Watson, Trevor Jones, Carter Lyles, Trey Cobb, Dave McPhail, and Isaac Poe. Now the starting lineups for the Fairmont State Fighting Falcons, the home team on the scoreboard this evening. The leadoff batter is left fielder number 38, Cam Moore. Batting second, shortstop, number 4, Ryan Gall. Batting third is second baseman, number 11, Quentin Smith. The cleanup batter is first baseman, number 2, Noah Canterbury. Batting fifth, designated hitter, number 21, Quentin Reed. Batting sixth in center field, number 3, Zach Brennan. Batting seventh is third baseman, number 7, Maddox Johnston. Batting eighth in right field, number 9, Connor Bailey.
Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia, as Fairmont State in Charleston set to get underway a bit early, 5 minutes early when the 7 o'clock start time. This is a rematch of Wednesday's game where Charleston defeated Fairmont State by a final score of 9-3. Starting pitcher for the Falcons, Dylan Gondola, the right-hander from Wheeling, West Virginia, deals in. And the first pitch at 6:55 is high. Ball one on the leadoff hitter, first baseman Casey Fink. The 1-0 pitch, and that one fouled back, and it knocked over our mic down behind the screen.
Didn't take many pitches for that.
One to count on Casey Fink. And chasing the high one. Came up missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes now along the first baseman. Charleston now 26-24 after the loss earlier today to Frostburg State. The 1-2 pitch, and that one grounded foul down the first base line. They'll go with Fink, Kemp, Lamond, and Miller. Batting fifth will be Fredo Mendez. Catching and batting sixth will be Evan Ulrich. Gondola sets and delivers, and a breaking pitch lined over on the left side. Golf could not come up with it on a sharply hit ball to the shortstop. See what they rule that. And they rule it a hit.
As we go to the replay here, you see sharp hit ball out to the shortstop.
And they're going to reverse that over to an error.
There we go. Kind of caught him between hops. You could see on the replay there pretty clearly an error.
As Kemp sets in and shows bunt, fouls it over top of the screen. They'll reverse that. I'm sitting there looking at the scoreboard, and it flashed hit, but now it says error. 0-1 the count on the third baseman, Colin Kemp. See if he turns the bunt as they throw it to first. Yeah, they gave the error to the
now both teams have errors.
Now they
there we go
on the scoreboard. Runner goes, a hit and run, fly ball high in left field. Cameron Moore underneath it makes the catch, and Fink will retreat back to first base, 1 out. So with 1 out, brings up the second baseman, Moose Lamond. Two teams played on Wednesday afternoon. It was a 9-3 victory for Charleston, but Fairmont State out-hit them 13-7.
Lamond to double in an RBI in that game.
Gondola sets and delivers in for a strike. Charleston got 4 runs in the bottom of the second, 2 in the bottom of the third, and 1 in the bottom of the fourth. That's 7-0 before Fairmont State finally scored in the top half of the fifth. Charleston added a couple of runs in the bottom of the fifth and also in the 7th inning. As Campbell Spradling got the victory on the mound for the Golden Eagles. Ooh, that was a little bit high as Canterbury had to reach up and grab that one. 0-1 to count on Moose Lamont. I'm Jack Whitler, joined me by my partner Tom Bragg here for the nightcap. Runner goes again Swing and a miss, the throw down, not in time, a stolen base for Casey Fink.
Good jump by Fink on that one. Throw was a little to the left of the bag. Not sure it would have mattered, though, as he was in there pretty safely.
No balls, 2 strikes on the second baseman and Moose Lamond. As a breaking pitch hits the carpet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I want to say dirt so bad. 1-2 the count on Lamond. Base runner and Casey Fink at second base with 1 out. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout for Gongola, and 2 down now. Text line's open, 304-760-9471. Give us a text. Tell us who you are, where you're from, who you're cheering for, and always, as always, text responsibly. Or not. As time is called, Gongola is going to go down and do a little shoe maintenance.
Gongola with a team low 3.00 ERA this season, 2-0. 7 appearances prior to tonight, but no starts. First start of the season. He's only pitched 15 innings so far this season, Jack. So a little bit different situation maybe than he's been used to this season,
right.
But you get into tournaments, you just got to go with the arms you got.
As he delivers in, a swing and a miss from Dakota Miller, the left fielder. For strike number 1. Gongola, the 6'1", 200-pound senior out of Wheeling, West Virginia, played at Wheeling Park High School, home of the Patriots. As they check the swing and the appeal down to first base. Umpire and Ron Runnels says he went around, no balls and 2 strikes. Two down, no balls, 2 strikes on Dakota Miller. Gongola sets and delivers a breaking pitch. That one misses down and away. Plate umpire tonight is Tony Veltri, Ron Runnels on first base, and Chris Richards, the third base umpire. Third ball game of the day here on a beautiful Friday in Charleston, West Virginia. A breaking pitch got him looking for the strikeout. To retire the side, we get to the bottom of the first. When we come back, it'll be Fairmont State's turn at the plate. More Golf and Smith here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Trying to find where you fit in the world can be challenging. But then there's a moment where it all comes together. And that moment happens at Point Park University. Career-focused programs converge with a vibrant downtown campus to prepare you for work and life. From experienced professors and internships to culture and job opportunities, you'll get the best of both worlds. Point Park University, where it all comes together.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions, the happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Bottom of the first inning, scoreless, Fairmont State and Charleston. Take a look at the Fairmont State batting order. Cameron Moore will lead things off. Left fielder Ryan Goff, shortstop will bat second. Second baseman Quentin Smith will bat third. Batting cleanup, first baseman Noah Canterbury. Quentin Reap will do the designated hitting tonight. Batting sixth, the center fielder Zach Brennan. In the seventh spot, third baseman Maddox Johnston. Connor Bailey will bat eighth. He'll play right field. And the catcher and Tyler Haskins will bat in the ninth spot. Mason Bain, the starting pitcher for Charleston. Junior out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, played at Southeastern Community College before making his way to the University of Charleston. As Cameron Moore will lead things off in the first pitch from Bain. Misses down and away for ball 1. Defense for Charleston, Miller, Rust, and Mendez out in the outfield. A 1-0 pitch in there, called strike, 1-1 to count. Colin Kemp, John Stansberry at shortstop. Moose Lamont at second, Casey Fink at first. Evan Ulrich doing the catching for the Golden Eagles. Ground ball left side. Stansberry fields and throws across his body, but not in time. And Fairmont State starts the ball game off in the home half with an infield single from Cameron Moore. First time we saw in their first game, as I've already noted, Fairmont State out-hit Charleston on Wednesday evening.
Yeah, Charleston really able to take advantage of some of the Fairmont State mistakes on Wednesday. Walks, hit by pitches. They were very smart on the base pass and really played a solid game to stretch that one out and just kind of go into cruise control over the latter half.
Bain, a 3.86 ERA, 3-2 record, 12 appearances. This is his 13th start as he throws over to first base again. 42 innings, 44 hits, 31 runs, 18 earned runs, 15 walks, and 14 strikeouts. Ryan Goff at the plate, the shortstop. Senior out of Bridgeport, West Virginia, played at Bridgeport High School, going with the nice-looking stirrups tonight from Goff. Looks at that one upstairs for ball one.
Yeah, the stirrups caught my eye, your eye, during pregame warm-ups. We were noting, man, the high socks have really gone out of style in baseball the last few years. Charleston's coach wears them, and you say, oh, we got a guy with stirrups down here. So good on Ryan Goff for keeping it alive.
Timeout is called at the plate by Goff. Again, give us a text, 304-760-9471. Text line already hopping. Cheering on my cousin Dylan Gongola, his last game of his senior year. Go Dillman. Doesn't tell us who the cousin is. No name given.
Well, it doesn't have to be the last game of his senior year either. This is if you win here, you live to fight another day.
Popped up now to get out of play about 6 rows up into the bleachers. And it's tournament play. So it's all hands on deck.
Oh, yeah.
out of the bullpen. Can you throw a strike? Yes, I think. All right, get out there.
Works for me. Good enough, kid.
1-1 to count on Goff. As that one shot into the backstop. Foul ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, it's Point Park and Frostburg State. A matchup of the unbeatens here so far in the Mountain East Conference baseball tournament. Bain sets and delivers, and a swing and a miss for a strikeout in the first out of the inning.
Yeah, interesting match tomorrow. Point Park and Frostburg State, 2 teams that really brought the bats to Charleston with them this week, so something's going to have to give.
Point Park belted out 12 hits, including 3 doubles and 3 home runs earlier today against Charleston, as that one was fouled off the bat of Quentin Smith. Smith batting .335, 61 hits, 9 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs. 29 runs batted in as a throw over to first. Again, chases Moore back to the bag. Moore has 1 stolen base in 1 attempt on the season. The 0-1 pitch, and that one lifted out into center field. Coming over is Rust. Underneath makes the catch, 2 down. Of course, the sun setting in behind the backstop and press box as the shadows of the press box working away out past the home plate area. You look at Carter Rust out there, he's got the shades on.
Well, you need them this time of day playing outfield in this ballpark. If you've ever sat in any of those seats out there, as the sun starts to go down here, you know it's hard to miss.
Hard hit ground ball. They'll flip it over to second, and a one-hopper from Lamond to Stansberry. They get Moore out at second to end the inning. Scoreless after one here at Go-Mart Ballpark. Coming up next for Charleston, Mendez, Ulrich, and Dozenbach when we come back here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities.
It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 of I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
Welcome back inside Go-Mart Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia. Jack Whitler alongside my partner and Tom Bragg. Here on the Mountain East Digital Network, scoreless after one. Dylan Gongola getting his first start of the season. Back out on the mound for the Falcons. Coming in at 25-25 on the season. After that victory over Concord, they beat Concord in 7 innings, 12-2. Leading off for the Golden Eagles will be right fielder Fredo Mendez.
Mendez got a hold of one last time these teams met here just a few days ago. Big home run in the 5th inning as Charleston stretched that lead out.
Looks at the first pitch, and there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Text line says MEC baseball tournament isn't the same without Wheeling in it. That one's pumped up and out of play over top of the third base dugout. No balls and 2 strikes on Fredo Mendez. Tuning in from, I believe you say, Hialeah, Florida. Go Pioneers. That would be Point Park Pioneers, not the Glenville State Pioneers. I believe so.
You would think.
Yes. And I think I said that city right in Florida.
Yeah, if you're still listening, watching, text back with a pronunciation guide for us, and we'll make sure we get it right.
That one's fouled off. Tried to look it up on my computer. Hialeah, I believe, is what it's telling me. I'm probably totally wrong. But anyway, here we go. No balls and 2 strikes. Or 1 ball, 2 strikes, excuse me. That one ripped down the first base line and clear on top of the building down in right field. The old Power Alley Grill building. Parked that on top of it. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gongola working from the windup, sets and deals, and that went upstairs. 2-2. Olivia Tolan on the text line says, let's go, or let's Falcon go. Let's go Falcon. Crossed me up, threw me a curveball there, Olivia. 2-2. This is outside. Now full count on Mendez. Payoff pitch from Gongola, and that one fought off and into the backstop.
Quite the battle between pitcher and batter here. 9th pitch of the at-bat on the way.
Popped up on the infield. Canterbury coming in as Haskins, and he gloves it. For the first out.
Look.
There's the number for the text line once again, 304-760-9471. I see some of you are not texting responsibly already. Duly noted here. That pitch misses upstairs to Evan Ulrich. Oh, text line's fun sometimes, Tom.
Say, I might
not family friendly sometimes.
Yeah, we'll have to check on those off the air.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 to count on Evan Ulrich. And that plunks him. That's the second time Ulrich has been hit today.
It's the second time he's been hit by Fairmont State in this tournament. War one in the second inning last time they played on Wednesday. Of course, that was what kind of got the ball rolling in that big second inning they had the other day. As we see him take it right on that lead shoulder there. Ulrich was hit by the pitch in the second inning just 2 days ago, started a 4-run inning for the Golden Eagles, and they never really looked back in that one.
So 1 out, and Ulrich down at first will bring to the plate the designated hitter in Trent Dozenbach as swinging a miss at that one. Tell you what, the throwback from the catcher to the pitcher is interesting right now. As Gongola looking right into the sun. 0-1 pitch, and Rosenbach holds off on that one, 1-1 to count.
I mean, you can see on the view we have here of behind the pitcher where that shadow line hits, and he's still standing in the sun. That's tough to deal with as a pitcher this time of day.
1-1 delivery, and there for a strike. Text line. Go Falcons. Let's go Connor Bailey and Kellen Kinsler. Love Chelsea and Caitlin. Thanks for tuning in. The 1-2 delivery coming up. And that one fought off into the screen. Scoreless here in the top of the second inning. 1 out, and Charleston with a runner at first base. That one poked down the left field line. Coming over and making the catch is Moore. As he fires it back in and chases Ulrich back to first base, 2 down.
Yeah, Moore had to cover a lot of ground to bring that one in. Jack off the bat looked like it might drop in there just inside the foul line. As we take another look at it, you can see Moore really having to hustle to get over there and makes the catch.
So with 2 outs, brings up the center fielder and Carter Rust. Gongola sets and deals, and a breaking pitch stays upstairs for ball 1. Text line, good luck, Dylan Gongola and Fairmont State on tonight's game. Let's get this win. Congrats on your senior year. Sending love from home in Wheeling, West Virginia. The 1-0 pitch. And down in the dirt for a 2-0 count. That last text was from, it says, love Chelsea, Cameron, Aunt Mindy, Uncle Mark, and Grandma and Pap. Thanks for watching, guys. 2-0 pitch upstairs, 3-0 the count now on Carter Rust. Two outs, top of the second. Angola sets and delivers, and a 4-pitch walk. We'll put runners at first and second for Charleston. Let's see if the Golden Eagles can take advantage, like you said there, Tom, they did on Wednesday night. Took advantage of some errors, some walks, and some hit batsmen. As timeout is called. Looks like Coach Urish out on the mound to talk to his starting pitcher. Matt Urish, the Martinsburg, West Virginia native, played at Hedgesville High School in his 4th season as the head coach at Fairmont State.
Action in the Falcons bullpen now, Jack. Looks like Connor Tingler up and getting loose. A right-hander down there for the Falcons. So we get a look at Tingler here in the first base side bullpen area.
John Stansberry stands in and looks at the first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, and that one came inside and nicked him. And now bases loaded for the Golden Eagles. And you see Urish come up and put his left foot on the top step of the dugout, and he's just peering down into the bullpen right now. As the top of the order back up for Charleston. And Casey Fink.
Similar situation a few days ago. Fink with a 2 RBI single.
Angola sets and delivers out a hard ground ball, but into the glove of Noah Canterbury. He'll step on the bag. And Gongola works out of the jam here in the top of the second. We remain scoreless here in Gobart Ballpark. Reap, Brennan, and Johnson due up for the Falcons when we come back here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Bottom of the second inning, Fairmont State and Charleston. A sun-splashed Friday here in the Mountain East Conference baseball tournament presented by Cardinal Chevrolet down in Hurricane, West Virginia. Mason Bain back out on the mound for the Golden Eagles, and leading off will be the designated hitter for the Falcons in Quentin Reap. Reap batting .342 coming into today, 51 hits, 14 doubles, and 6 home runs. Also leads the team in runs batted in with 44 and a .570 slugging percentage. Looks at the first one from Bain upstairs for ball 1. One-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Of course, Reap, one of the few Falcons to spend significant time on base Wednesday when these teams met. 2 singles, reached on an error, scored a run.
Pops it up on the infield. Over at first base, Fink underneath and makes the catch, 1 out. That'll bring up the center fielder in Zach Brennan. Take a look at that high fly ball. Brennan batting .258 on the season. And down low, 2-0 the count. Morgantown, West Virginia native. Played at Potomac State. Going with the short stirrups tonight there, Tom.
Okay, yeah, I see now. He's got some hiding in there.
Yeah, he's getting into the game as that one sails high and inside. 3-0 the count on Brennan. Back to the text line. Lauren, Kevin, and Vicky in Winfield cheering on Fairmont State. That has to be Kevin Dye and his family down at Winfield. As a pitch in there over for a strike.
Yeah, the stirrups and the white shoes. He's got a little Ricky Henderson old Oakland A's thing going on.
And that one left upstairs. For a walk. So 1 out walk for Brennan. And third baseman Maddox Johnston will come to the plate. As he looks at the first pitch in there, a strike from Bain. Johnston, a freshman, 6 home runs on the season, 17 runs batted in. Bain settles just above the belt, now delivers in, and that one down on the carpet as well. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner goes, the throw, and you talk about difficult, looking right into that sun as Lamond was crouched over.
You could tell he wasn't quite sure exactly where that one was going to be coming in when it got there, but hats off to him for just not letting the ball go into the outfield, A, and B, protecting everybody there. Nobody got hit with one.
2-2 the count now on Johnston. Breaking pitch, fouled off down the third baseline. Brennan out at second base in scoring position. Pitch down low. Now it's full count on Maddox Johnston. Ball 4.
That one was close. You could tell the Golden Eagle dugout wanted that one, but a little bit low, I assume, and that'll send him down to first with a free pass.
Now with 1 out and runners at first and second for the Falcons, Connor Bailey, the right fielder, will come to the plate. Bain delivers inside for ball 1. Connor Bailey on Wednesday night against Charleston went 3 for 4, drove in 2 runs. The 1-0 pitch, and that one misses inside. 2-0.
And Bailey, a trio of singles the other night, scored a run, drove 1 in, 2 in, excuse me.
Time is called as Ulrich goes out to talk to his starting pitcher and Mason Bain.
Might just be trying to buy a little extra time to watch those shadows creep over the pitcher's mound. From our vantage point, you can see they've started up the pitcher's mound on the front of it, so it's making progress. It wasn't there just a couple minutes ago, so stay tuned. That might not be an issue for the pitcher much longer. Second base, yeah, you see those shadows creeping up on the mound, but still going to be an issue for those infielders, at least for a little while longer.
2-0 pitch, ground ball. Stansberry, he'll go to third to get the lead runner. Nice play by the shortstop, 2 down.
Yeah, smart baseball play by the Golden Eagles shortstop to get the lead runner there.
Two outs for catcher Tyler Haskins.
So we see just the flip to third to get that lead runner. Second out of the inning. Falcons still with a couple on. Guys at first and second base as Haskins steps to the plate.
First pitch in there, a strike from Bain. Yo, 1, swing and a miss. Nice block by Ulrich. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes on Haskins. Bain checks the runner. Now deals to the plate, and it just misses off the plate. For ball 1. Ground ball right side, that'll go foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Text line says, let's go Golden Eagles from the Sievertsons in Candia, New Hampshire. I probably butchered that city name. As the pitch misses outside, 2-2. Tyler Haskins, a Ripley, West Virginia native. 2-2 the count. Bain again checks the runner at second. Goes the breaking pitch, stays off the plate, full count. Folks walking around the bullpen at Charleston, but nobody throwing yet. Full count. That one driven into right field. Going back is Mendez at the wall. It's out of here. A 3-run shot. Off the bat of catcher Tyler Haskins. And it's 3-0 Fairmont State. The Falcons strike first in this one.
Yeah, the former Ripley Viking saw something he liked up there and parked it on the other side of the right field fence. Big shot early in this one, puts Fairmont State ahead 3-0 in the second inning. So we see the replay. Haskins watching that one sail.
Top of the order back up. And Cameron Moore, he looks at the first pitch in there, a strike. Home run number 6 on the season for Haskins. Bain delivers in, and that went down and away for ball 1. RBI number 27, 28, and 29 on the season for Haskins. As that one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cameron Moore. Moore had an infield single to shortstop his first time at the plate. He looks at that one down for ball 1. And now you see some action and throwing in the bullpen for Charleston. Full count on Cameron Moore. That was a 3-2 pitch off the bat of Haskins for that 3-run home run. The 3-2 pitch there misses outside for ball 4.
And Max Schnurr, big number 12, getting loose in the bullpen for the Golden Eagles. Lefty with a 6.28 ERA.
New pitcher coming up. We'll tell you who it is when we come back here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 of I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community, the health plan. Here for you.
Welcome back inside Gomart Ballpark. New pitcher for Charleston. A senior out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Left-hander Scott Templeton will take over here in the bottom half of the second. And Fairmont State leading 3-0 with 2 outs. You look at numbers on Templeton. Tom, you got those?
Yeah, I got these pulled up here. 0-2 record on the season. Did not start any games, used mostly or primarily out of relief. 15 regular season appearances, 4 saves on the season, though. He's pitched 17 1/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 11 runs, all of them earned. He walked 10, struck out 20, gave up just 1 home run, and opposing teams are hitting just 172 against him. So this has been one of the stalwarts out of the bullpen for this Golden Eagle team.
So again, he'll take over here in the bottom of the second, 3-0. Fairmont State leading with 2 outs and more at first base. Tyler Haskins, a 3-run shot to right field.
And almost a flip script.
Season,
almost a flip script from what we saw with these two clubs the other night, Jack. Falcons taking advantage of some walks issued, and they get the big blow. A 3-run home run by Tyler Haskins. That's how we got here. 3-0 Falcons in the second inning.
Templeton finish up his warm-up pitches. There's action in the Fairmont State bullpen as well. Said earlier, Tingler was out there warming up, the right-hander. Back out and was throwing some more during the break there. But here we go with Ryan Goff, the shortstop. Stepping to the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. He struck out swinging his first time at the plate tonight. Templeton working from the stretch, settles, now delivers. And was shot down the right field line, but it is slicing foul.
Didn't miss by much down there. So we can get another look at the swing put on that one. Didn't get all of it, you could tell. And just on that foul side of the line down there. Tell Mendez frustrated, not able to quite get a glove to it.
0-1 pitch. That one high for ball 1. 1-1 to count on Ryan Goff. That one misses off the plate. 2-1 now the count. Quentin Smith on deck for the Falcons. Templeton settles at the belt. 2-1 breaking pitch is fouled away. The mound is in the shade, but the pitcher is not.
No, you've got any sort of height on you at all. That torso and head still feeling it right now.
2-2 delivery. And a breaking pitch, foul tip into the glove for the strikeout. The end of the inning, but 3 runs on 1 hit. That 1 hit, a 3-run shot to right field off the bat of Tyler Haskins. And Fairmont State leads Charleston 3-0 here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We're back inside Gomart Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia for the 2025 Mountain East Conference Baseball Tournament, presented by Cardinal Chevrolet. Jack Withrow, Tom Bragg, and the video productions crew here. Brian Shepard, our producer. 3-0, Fairmont State leading. We do have a new pitcher, Tom.
And Connor Tingler in the game now for the Falcons. 1-4 record, 9.44 ERA. Made 11 appearances this season, all as a starter. 41 innings pitched, 62 hits allowed, 50 runs, 43 of them earned. Walked 30, struck out 36. And the number that jumps out looking at his stat line, allowed 17 doubles this season and a .344 opposing batting average. Didn't give up many long balls, just 2 home runs against him, but lots of extra base hits with those 17 doubles and, for good measure, 1 triple on the season.
Colin Kemp will lead things off in the first pitch swinging. Fouls it back and out of play. Ground ball left side coming in. Johnston from third makes the play. Nice dig over at first base by Noah Canterbury. 1 out.
Now, we've seen a lot of good baseball so far this week, Jack, but I have been impressed with third base play by Johnston from the Falcons. He's having a good week on the defensive side of things.
That he has. Second baseman Moose Lamont will step in with 1 out. As he fouls the first pitch off. Going crosses the zone. No balls and 2 strikes on Lamond. Pitch down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the count. Tingler working from the windup, sets and deals a 2-2 pitch, and that one bounces in for full count. Payoff pitch. Swung on. Ground ball left side. Ryan Goff fires over. 2 down.
Left side of that Fairmont State defense getting a workout so far here in the third. So we see the replay. Hot shot there by Lamond, but Goff, plenty of time, gets the throw over.
So 2 down for Dakota Miller, left fielder for Charleston. As Tingler sets and delivers, and that one popped up and out of play. Miller struck out looking his first time at the plate tonight. A 1 pitch. Misses off the plate, 1-1 to count.
Jack, I'm happy to report, looks like the pitchers are out of the sun finally out there.
Middle infielders and the center fielder just still battling.
Yeah.
The shade can't get to the center fielder quick enough right now. As a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count on Miller. Matt Urish going with the reliever tonight to start, and then bringing his starter out of the bullpen. I've seen that done before. Not uncommon. 2-2 delivery, breaking pitch, ripped down third base line, and takes 1 hop into the stands.
Yeah, using the reliever to start, it was kind of in vogue in the majors a few years ago. You don't see it as much anymore, so I think that's fair. I wouldn't say that it's common, but certainly not uncommon either. It's something you see every now and then.
And the 2-2 pitch from Tingler popped up and out of play. That one upstairs, now full count on Miller. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and got him chasing one. A breaking pitch from Tingler to end the inning. We head to the home half of the third inning. 3-0. Fairmont State leading Charleston.
Team with a river in the middle. Take me to my hometown. My hometown is your hometown. It's got a gold dome, heard the picking on the fiddle.
Look at the moon up in the sky tonight, Tom.
Yeah, good shot of the moon poking out here with a bright blue sky as day starts to turn into night here in West Virginia's capital city. Not a cloud up there right now. A beautiful evening for baseball here on the east end of Charleston, Jack.
Okay, my next question, is that the waning moon or the waxing moon?
You're asking the wrong guy.
That is a waxing moon here on a Friday evening, May the 9th. Waxing Gibbous. There you go.
I can't let you get away with
The
acting like
blank
that
look
came
on your
from
face.
acting like that came out of your brain. A shout out to
I knew the
producer
waiting and the
extraordinaire
waxing.
Brian Shepard in our ear, helping us out with the science questions here.
As the first pitch, a breaking pitch in there for a strike on Quentin Smith. Scott Templeton back out on the mound. A 1 pitch, another breaking pitch, and a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. I knew the waxing and waning. Didn't know which one it was.
I'm saying I'd heard of them before. I knew that.
I
knew that they were things, but I couldn't tell you.
0-2 delivery. Came right back, the same pitch. A 1-2-3 strikeout for Scott Templeton, 1 out.
Templeton done well with the off-speed and breaking stuff so far since coming in this game. So we get another look at that. Punch-out pitch there.
First baseman Noah Canterbury will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. And that breaking pitch in there for a strike from Templeton. The 0-1 came right back to it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Is what Scott Templeton is doing right now. No balls, 2 strikes on Canterbury. Templeton winds up and delivers a fastball. Going at 88.
Boy, Templeton's got quite the twitchy wind up and approach. Some guys you see, they're very statue-like, very mechanical in their approach, but Templeton gets going. You see a little twitch with the feet there. And
1-2, fouled away. See the Charleston Fire Department trucks out in right center field.
You can get a seat up on one of those. It'd be the best seat in the house.
Yeah,
Not that there's a bad one here, but that might be the best if you could get up there.
You're peering right into the sun right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Canterbury. And down in the dirt, 2-2. There's a good look at the Charleston Fire Department. Just hanging out on Moore Street.
There is a firehouse a few blocks down. Didn't have to make a long trip over.
Nope. 2-2 pitch from Templeton. And that one not even close, full count on Noah Canterbury.
Talking about that twitchy delivery of Templeton. He's throwing hard. That hat's come off the lid 3 or 4 pitches in a row now, it seems like.
Payoff pitch. And did he check his swing? He did not. And a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Scott Templeton. Here in the bottom of the 3rd.
It's his 3rd of the game, going back to getting Ryan Goff to end the 2nd. So we see the replay here. And there goes that hat one more time.
The flow on top of that one. First pitch in, inside and low to Quentin Reap. Rocks back and forth on the rubber. Now sets and deals. That one misses off the plate. 2-1 or 2-0. Reap popped up to first base his first time at the plate tonight. And I believe that caught a piece of the foot of Quentin Reap. Seen a lot of batters hit by a pitch today.
So take a look at that one again. Yeah, got him right on the toe. That one doesn't feel good. You know, these guys wear the sleeves and stuff that would equate to armor in the olden days on those lead ankles, lead foots, lead elbows. But we've seen a couple times this week already. Those back elbows and back feet, they've been taking a beating.
So 2 outs and a runner aboard. Zach Brennan, the center fielder, will come to the plate. Templeton sets and deals, and that went inside for ball 1.
Brennan reached on a walk in the second, stole a base, and was the victim at third base, the fielder's choice.
One-0 delivery, and that paints the inner part of the plate for strike 1. You know, I tell people to text responsibly, and I get a text from my brother that I will not read. Gotta love an older brother.
I am the older brother, so I agree completely. Yes, you have to love the older brother.
1-1 pitch, and again, right in the same location from Templeton for strike 2. I got 2 of them. They are identical twins, Billy and Johnny.
Well, I'm the oldest of my crew. I've got a younger sister, 6 years younger than myself, Brittany, and my little brother Kagan is 6 years younger than her. So
low roller. Urich bounces out from behind the plate and makes the play down at first base to end the inning. Through 3. Fairmont leading Charleston 3-0 here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
Nothing. Fairmont State leading Charleston. Top of the 4th inning. Jack Withler alongside Tom Bragg on a beautiful Friday evening. May the 9th here at Go-Mart Ballpark in Charleston, West Virginia.
Couldn't ask for better baseball weather, Jack. You know, baseball's so closely associated with the boys of summer, but man, It can get pretty hot out here in June or July. But
it can.
Mid-May, nice, cool Friday evening, not a cloud in the sky, sun's out.
Mid-60s.
It's about as good as it gets as far as, in air quotes, baseball weather, as far as I'm concerned.
Fredo Mendez will lead things off. Connor Tingler back out on the mound. And the relief opportunity for Tingler. Usually a starter. Came out of the bullpen today.
And Tingler made 11 starts this season. All 11 of his appearances prior to today were starts.
1-0 pitch, down low, 2-0. Evan Ulrich on deck for Charleston, followed by Trent Dozenbach. Dozenbach had a solo home run earlier today against Frostburg State. 2-0 pitch, misses inside. 3-0 the count now on Mendez.
Duty must have called, Jack. One of those fire engines just flipped on the lights and is heading out.
.30 pitch. In there for a strike. Mendez shows bunt, but he was taken all the way. 3-1 to count. Tingler sets and deals. And that one shot foul over the top of the third base dugout. Runs the count to full. Payoff pitch. High fly ball, right field, over towards the line, and unable to come up with it was Canterbury. And he was fighting everything to get back here, including the first base umpire.
Yeah, Canterbury didn't look like he had trouble necessarily tracking that one in the sky off of the bat, but got caught up with the umpire down there and never really recovered and unable to get under that one. It drops for a foul ball.
So the count remains 3-2.
Of course, Mendez had one of the big shots on Wednesday when they met, a fifth inning home run, rather.
And the 3-2 pitch from Tingler. Fought off and fouled away over into the face of the Fairmont State dugout. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up here from Tingler. Shakes off a couple signs, now sets and delivers. Shot out into center field. Brennan underneath makes the catch. 1 out.
Good swing on that. Looked like he missed it a little bit, caught it off the handle of the bat. And that'll be first out of the inning.
That'll bring up the Charleston catcher and Evan Ulrich. Ulrich was hit by a pitch his first time at the plate tonight. And the first pitch swinging, lines it out in left field, a base hit. First hit of the ball game for Charleston. A 1-out single to left field for Evan Ulrich.
And Jack, and if you're Charleston, no better time than now to try to get something together and get some offense rolling. Golden Eagles lost Mercy Rule game in 7 innings already today to end up in this spot. Backs against the wall. Loser of this game will be eliminated from the tournament.
First pitch outside, a ball to the designated hitter and Trent Dozenbach. Tingler sets and deals, and that one bounces in. Nice little scoop there by the catcher and Tyler Haskins. 2 balls, no strikes on Dozenbach. From the stretch, 2-0 pitch. Checks his swing. And they appeal down to the base umpire. And Chris Richards, he says he did not go around.
So we see on the replay, Golden Eagles might have got away with one there. Jack looked like he went around to me, but that's not the call on the field.
3-0. That went in there a strike. One out here in the top of the fourth, 3-0. Fairmont State leading Charleston. 3-1 inside for ball 4. And now 1 out for the Golden Eagles and runners at first and second. And a mound visit from head coach Matt Urish.
Nobody up in the Fairmont State bullpen right now, so got to think with Tingler being used to starting, maybe going deeper in games, this is just coming out here and calming them down. You've got a 3-run lead. First time UC's really put any threat together on offense, so just go talk your guy through some of those nerves and hope for the best if you're Urich.
Urich headed back to the dugout. Of course, we talked about him on Wednesday. Had a terrific career pitching for WVU. Mountaineers in a big series out at Manhattan. Little Apple tonight.
You ever been out there?
I've never been out there.
I went a couple times when I was on the WVU beat.
I've been through the state of Kansas, but I didn't stop. I was headed to Colorado. I had bigger and better things to go to.
Well, you fly into Kansas City, and then you drive through the state of Kansas, and eventually you end up in Manhattan. Nice town, though. Had a good time both times I was there.
It's in a strike on Carter Rust. She covered the Mountaineers for a couple seasons.
I did 2 full years on the Mountaineer beat, and it was an interesting couple of years. I got the last year of Dana Holgerson and the first year of Neil Brown while I was there.
0-1 pitch, breaking pitch, down and away. 1-1 to count.
Of course, I was also there when WVU baseball hosted the regional a few years ago, and
had the walk-off
grand slam. Yeah. I was going to say a memory that most Mountaineer fans still probably trying to block out is gave up 2 grand slams in that game to Texas A&M, and one of them, A&M was the home team in that game, and walked them off, ended their season. That was the Alec Manoa team. They were a very good team.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ulrich at second base. Rosenbach down at first for Charleston. And center fielder Carter Rust. Tinkler again working from the stretch. Settles in just above the belt. Checks the runner at second. That one hit hard out in the right center field gap, and that'll get down for extra bases. 1 skip off the wall. Ulrich will score. Rosenbach will have to hold up at third base. And a RBI stand-up double. Gets a run on the board for the Golden Eagles off the bat of Carter Rust.
Another look at the cut Rust took on that one. Drives it, as we said, out into that gap, but great job by the right fielder for Fairmont State, Connor Bailey, to get that one back in quickly, because as it was going out into no man's land for the Falcons out there, it had 2 runs written all over it.
Shortstop John Stansberry come to the plate with 1 out. Now runners at second and third, and the infield for the Falcons playing in. Tingler sets and deals, and a swing and a miss.
It's like outfield has shifted just a little bit to the left also. Lots of room opposite field for Stansberry here down that first baseline.
0-1 delivery. Check swing, but it's in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes now on Stansberry.
Yeah, infield is in. Outfield is pressed back a little bit. There is a lot of room between those two right now.
A little poke.
Get the wide shot there. You can really see just how much green space available out there for Stansberry.
0-2. Breaking pitch down and away for ball 1. Yeah, anything in the outfield, you're definitely going to score 2 here, because the speedy Carter Rust is at second base. 1-2 pitch coming up from Tingler. Fought that one off into the screen. By the way, my brother texted me again, said he's given up on me. The Reds are playing.
Just now?
The Reds are playing, so he's going to go watch.
Okay.
He loves the Cincinnati Reds. One ball, 2 strikes on Stansberry. And got him looking for strike 3. So now 2 outs. Top of the order back up. As you take a look at that pitch from center field, just a perfect pitch right on the knees. For the second out, Casey Fink will dig in on the left side. Fink 0 for 2 tonight. Tinkler sets and deals. That one misses outside for ball one.
The Falcons trying to get out of this jam with minimal damage. One run across already. Still guys out on base, second and third. Golden Eagles trying to bring more in, even this one up.
1-0 pitch. And that one bounces in, gets away from the catcher and Haskins, but not far enough for Dozenbach to score. Two balls, no strikes on the first baseman, Casey Fink. In the top half of the fourth inning, Fairmont State leading Charleston 3-1. Golden Eagles threatening here with 2 outs. Fink looking for one he can drive. Two-0 pitch stays upstairs. 3-0 the count now. 6 home runs on the season for the graduate student out of Lancaster, Ohio. Three-0 pitch. And ball 4. A 4-pitch walk loads him up with 2 outs. And now third baseman Colin Kemp will come to the plate. Freshman out of Versailles, Kentucky, is 0 for 2 tonight.
And Fairmont still not getting anyone up and going. Down in the bullpen, Falcons letting Tingler go here.
19 runs batted in on the season for Kemp. As Tingler sets and deals, and that went inside for ball 1. Pitch in on the hands of Kemp. One-0 pitch, misses low, 2-0. As you look out at the Fairmont State bullpen, and now folks are up and on their feet walking around. Nobody throwing just yet. But some concern on the faces of the folks in the first base dugout right now. Tingler sets, 2-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1.
Looks like righty Will Hunt, number 19, is going to be the player getting loose for the Falcons.
Bases loaded, 2-1 to count on Kemp, 2 outs. Breaking pitch misses down and away. 3-1. Dozenbach down at third, Rust at second, Fink at first. 3-1 pitch. That went into the zone for a strike. Now full count on Colin Kemp.
Big pitch in this ball game coming up. Bases loaded, count full, 2 outs. Golden Eagles trying to get back in this one.
Connor Tingler gets the sign he wants. Sets above the belt, now delivers the payoff pitch, swung on, and they say that Haskins fielded in fair territory. He steps on the plate for the final out. Charleston with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. As you take a look at the replay there. 3-1. Fairmont State leading Charleston here on the Mountain East Digital Network. 3-1, Fairmont State leading Charleston. Bottom of the fourth inning here in Gomart Ballpark. Scott Templeton back out on the mound for the Golden Eagles. And leading off will be third baseman Maddox Johnston. Charleston, 1 run on 2 hits. They've left 7 runners aboard. Fairmont State, 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on.
And Golden Eagles showing some signs of life their last trip up to the plate last inning. But as you said, it's 7 left on. They've left the bases loaded twice now.
Templeton sets and delivers, and that one shot foul. Over tap the backstop. Ulrich getting his gear fixed there by plate umpire Tony Veltri. The 0-1 pitch and a breaking pitch into the zone. No balls and 2 strikes on Johnston. Drew a walk his first time at the plate tonight. The 0-2 delivery and a breaking pitch, swing and a miss. Ulrich will fire down to first for the completion of the out, 1 out. I'll bring to the plate right fielder Connor Bailey. Grounded into a fielder's choice his first time at the plate. Templeton fires a breaking pitch, comes in on Bailey, but misses inside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, and that one bounces in 2-0.
Yeah, outfielders finally receiving some reprieve here. Jack, sun has finally dipped down behind press box building here. Still not quite all the way nighttime yet, but lights coming on here at Gomart Ballpark.
Get a little cool now.
Yeah.
The 2-0 pitch, that went upstairs, 3-0 the count on Bailey. Temperatures were in the mid-60s today. As that went in there for a strike. Says it's 59 now. That pitch high and outside. 1 out walk for Bailey. And the catcher in Tyler Haskins will come back to the plate.
Bailey's second time on base this evening, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Later came around to score on that home run by Haskins.
Yep. In the bottom of the second, a 3-run home run for Tyler Haskins, his 6th of the season. 29 runs batted in now. As he looks at the pitch off the plate from Templeton for ball 1.
Well, you know it's getting a little chilly out there when you see Scott Abbott reemerge with the jacket that he hasn't been wearing all day.
On pause, Templeton delivers to the plate in there, fastball, a strike. One breaking pitch is lifted foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Fairmont State still leading Charleston 3-1. Templeton settles in. Now delivers. Outside, 2-2.
There's a shot of Scott there in
Scott Abbott.
In his jacket, working hard, taking photos for Mountain East Conference this week. Fixture at a lot of the University of Charleston athletic events.
Herbert Hoover High School.
Yeah, I see him a lot.
Enjoys his services there.
One of the many hats I wear. I help call some games on the radio for Hoover. See a lot of Scott out at those.
Full count. Payoff pitch. Breaking pitch misses down and away for ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And that will bring Dean Peterson out of the dugout for Charleston.
And we saw in the second, this is kind of a similar script to how things got off track for the Golden Eagles then, as a couple of walks and get some guys on base with free passes, and just takes one big shot to put a crooked number up there. Haskins got the big blow in the second, 3-run shot. Gave the Falcons a 3-0 lead. 1 out here in the 4th now. Falcons back in business. Runners on 1st and 2nd.
There's a Christmas tree out there in left center field, lighting back up.
Yeah.
We got all the festive lighting around the concourse here.
Looks like action in the UC bullpen. 17, Austin. Help me with the pronunciation. I don't have the guide in front of here. Perando.
Yep.
4.26 ERA, 5-1 record on the season. He's getting loose. We'll see how much time left before UC makes a move.
1 out, runners at 1st and 2nd for the Falcons. And left fielder Cameron Moore. Templeton delivers in. That one down low for ball 1. Bailey out at second base. Haskins at first base. The 1-0 pitch. And that one low once again, 2-0. Throw over, and they got the runner picked off in Haskins.
Yeah, Bailey late getting back, Haskins late getting back to first. Nice job by the pitcher Templeton of getting one over there and getting the second out of the innings. We go to the replay here and completely fooled the runner over at first.
So now 2 outs. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Tell you what, Templeton did a quick check to second base and then came right to first base.
That was a great pickoff move. Like I said, completely fooled and froze Haskins over there. You saw he went to dive back in and just kind of fell instead of sliding over.
2 balls, 1 strike on Cameron Moore. And a quick throw to second, and almost getting Bailey as he dives back into the bag ahead of the tag as John Stansberry comes over to field it.
Yeah, acrobatic play there by Stansberry just to keep that ball in the infield. And very close to getting out of this jam without really having to go through a whole nother batter.
3 balls, 1 strike. Templeton checks the runner. Now comes to the plate, and that one outside for ball 4.
Third walk of the inning issued by Templeton.
Peterson makes an appearance at the top of the step, but then settles back in on the railing.
Templeton taking a moment to tie his shoe there. I coach little kids soccer. That's a constant. So, yeah, make sure you get that shoe tied, bud.
Shortstop Ryan Goff, 0 for 2 tonight. Digs in on the right side. And a swing and a miss.
Would you say he golfed at that one, Jim?
He tried. He has struck out twice tonight, swinging. And a heavy dose of the off-speed variety pitches coming from Templeton at that last at-bat. And back in as Templeton takes a seat on the mound after the pitch. 1-1 to count on Ryan Goff.
Man, we've talked about his kind of quirky wind-up and delivery, but, man, animated out there. Some people are so serious in baseball. I love it when you can tell they're having fun while they're playing.
Yep. The 1-1 pitch. That one right back to Templeton, and he'll float it over to Fink for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base for Fairmont State. We head to the top of the 5th, 3-1. Your score, Lamont, Miller, and Mendez up for Charleston when we come back here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 of I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Welcome back inside Gomart Ballpark. Top of the 5th inning, 3-1. Fairmont State leading Charleston in this elimination game. Charleston dropped a 12-1 decision earlier today in 8 innings to Frostburg State. First, they defeated Fairmont State back on Wednesday night by a final score 9-3. Fairmont State went on to defeat Concord in 7 innings, 12-2. The winner of this one will play tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. They'll take on the loser of the Point Park Frostburg State game, which is at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Tingler back out for another inning on the hill for the Falcons.
Moose Lamont will lead things off in the first pitch, swinging, comes up missing. A 0-1 pitch, and swing and a miss at that one. No balls and 2 strikes on Lamont. Second baseman from Houston, Texas. As Tingler sets and delivers, and a breaking pitch got him looking. A 1-2-3 pitch, and a strikeout for Tingler. That's his 3rd strikeout. And now 1 out for Dakota Miller, who's 0 for 2. Breaking pitch, ground ball, left side. Johnson from third base. Fires across the diamond, 2 down. Tingler working quickly here in the top half of the 5th inning. 2 outs, right fielder Fredo Mendez will come to the plate. Former Charleston baseball skipper and Robbie Britt shooting me a text. Watching the Golden Eagles from, not sure where he's at, But he is coaching Eastern Michigan now.
Okay.
I don't know if they're home or on the road or where they're at. That's a high fly ball, shallow left field. Coming in is Moore. And makes the grab. A 1-2-3 inning, a quick inning for Connor Tingler. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 3-1, Fairmont State.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community, the health plan. Here for you.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Welcome back inside Gomart Ballpark. There's the old Christmas tree lit up out there, Tom. 3-1, Fairmont State leading. New pitcher for Charleston. Freshman right-hander from Iamsville, Maryland, Austin Perando. You got the numbers on him?
Perando this season, 4.26 earned run average, a 5-1 record. He made 11 appearances, 8 games started for Perando. Pitched in even 38 innings, allowed 35 hits, 18 runs, all of them earned. Walked 13, struck out 27. Just 1 home run allowed, 8 doubles, no triples, and opposing teams hitting just .243 off them.
Second baseman Quentin Smith will lead things off for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 5th. Fairmont State 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for Charleston as Perando sets and delivers. That went high for a ball 1. That one bounces in, 2-0. Third pitcher used here tonight for Charleston. Mason Bain got the start, went 1 2/3 innings. He got 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. 2-0 pitch, and that one misses inside. 3-0 the count. Templeton came in and threw 2 1/3 innings. No hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He did hit a batter and a 4-pitch walk to open up the bottom half of the inning for Fairmont State. Seventh walk issued tonight from the Charleston staff. As first baseman Noah Canterbury steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And looks at that one outside for ball 1. Just 2 hits for each team tonight. Of course, the 1 hit for Fairmont State was a 3-run home run off the bat of Tyler Haskins. As that one misses down low, 2-0. Perando sets and delivers, and that went high, 3-0. He has yet to find the strike zone.
Yeah, Wild so far out of the bullpen, 7 pitches, none of them across the strike zone.
3-0 pitch in there for a strike. Canterbury taking all the way. There's a pitch on the outer half of the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Canterbury. Payoff pitch, swung on, ground ball up the middle. They get the first one and the relay over for the double play. Nice play by Stansberry. That ball was hit right up the middle. He kind of fielded the ball and touched second base at the same time. And then threw over for the double play.
Yeah, an odd 6-3 double play in the scorebooks. You see the replay here as he fields the ball on the bag. The throw pulled the first baseman, Fink, off, and he has to go back and tag the base with his glove to complete the double play. 6-3 in the book.
And a pitch in on Quentin Reap. A strike from Austin Parando. Pitcher's best friend, the double play. Parando sets and delivers a breaking pitch, and that one lifted foul. No balls and 2 strikes on Reap. No balls, 2 strikes on Quentin Reap. And came in with a fastball, just misses. One and 2. Breaking pitch lifted out in the center field. Carter Russ comes in, makes the grab. And a 1-2-3 inning for Austin Parando. We're through 5, still 3-1. Fairmont State leading Charleston. When we come back, it's Ulrich, Dozenbach, and Russ due up for the Golden Eagles here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The Health Plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
Top of the 6th inning, 3-1. Fairmont State leading Charleston here inside Gomart Ballpark on a beautiful Friday evening. Jack Withler alongside Tom Bragg. Brian Shepard, our producer. Levi Barnhart, our guy running the show, really. Bringing you all the camera angles, the director. He is the man behind the scenes, as Evan Ulrich will lead things off for the Golden Eagles. And looks at a pitch in there from Connor Tingler for strike 1. Pitch misses up high, 1-1 to count. There's Tingler working from the windup. The 1-1 pitch, and that one misses low. 2-1 to count. Two-one pitch from Tingler and a swing and a miss. That evens up the count at 2-2 on Evan Ulrich. 2-2. Down and away, full count. Day number 3 here of the Mountain East Conference baseball tournament. Payoff pitch. Swung on, and that one lifted foul. Big one coming up tomorrow in Point Park and Frostburg State at 1 o'clock. Tom, you'll be on that broadcast with Mark Martin.
I will. I'm looking forward to that one. Of having seen everybody now a couple of times at this point, those teams have really stood out, and I think that is bared out in their 2-0 record here in Charleston this week.
Popped up, shallow right field, and back to make the grab is Smith. So 1 out, and the designated hitter and Trent Dozenbach will come to the plate. And he wears that one. He'll jog down to first base. And center fielder Carter Rust.
So we get another look at that one, and came in, caught him. Not sure if it caught that guard on his right shin or maybe caught him just a little bit above it.
Heard a thud.
Second time Dozenbach's reached base this evening. Also got on a walk in the 4th inning. He was technically the run that was out at home on that odd play to end that inning.
Dingler sets and deals. And that one shot into left field. Second hit of the ball game for Carter Rust. So now 1 out and runners at first and second for the Golden Eagles. Carter Rust wasted no time. Liked the first pitch and delivered it into left field. I'll bring up shortstop John Stansberry. He was hit by a pitch tonight, then struck out looking his last time at the plate. That pitch misses down and away for ball 1. Checking in on Marshall baseball. They're down at Georgia State tonight. Bottom of the 7th in that one, and Marshall leads 12-9. Then out in Manhattan, Kansas, WU is leading Kansas State in the top of the 7th, 4-0. As that pitch into the zone for a strike.
Both of those programs impressive this season. Obviously, West Virginia's done what they've done. Top 10 team, been one of the, I think, clear best teams in the country all season. But I don't think there were many expectations for this Marshall Ball Club. Of course, the Herd got their new stadium in Huntington last season, 2nd year in that, and starting to see some wins come around for the guys in green.
Swing and a miss, both runners go. The throw down, the perfect throw down to third base to get Dozenbach out. 2 down.
So we take another look here. Snap throw, beats the runner. Dozenbach tried to slide around that one. Looked like tried to get that right arm around the tag, but called out at third. 2nd out of the inning.
So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rust at second base. Dingler checks the runner, now delivers the 1-2, and that one just misses outside for ball 2. Full count. Top of the order back up. If Stansberry gets on. Casey Fink on deck. Another graduate student would love to get an opportunity here. Payoff pitch from Tingler. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. And the Falcons are pumped up coming out of the first base dugout after that strikeout. Ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the sixth, 3-1. Fairmont State leading Charleston here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions, the happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Welcome back inside Gomart Ballpark. Bottom of the sixth inning, Fairmont State leading Charleston 3-1 in this elimination game. Austin Brando back out on the mound for the Golden Eagles, and leading off will be center fielder and Zach Brennan.
Now Brando able to get out of a jam in the last frame. First 7 pitches he threw were balls. Walked a guy, but able to get out of that one unscathed. Is
a double play.
Yeah.
Brennan 0 for 1 tonight as he looks at that one inside for ball 1. That one hit hard, and the bat comes flying as that goes foul, and he still holds the handle.
Hey, you don't see the
metal
metal bats.
bat is picked up by Stansberry.
You don't see the metal ones break like that too often.
Sawed it right off at the
get another look at it. It was one of those.
I'm surprised the ball went as far as it did.
I was going to say, it's one of those you're not sure if the ball or the piece of the bat traveled further. The umpire tucks the piece of that broken bat over there in the stands. Better get to that if you're one of the Fairmont State people before one of the kids around here. There's some treasure to be had out there right now. Look what I found, Mom.
They're running through the concourse area.
They don't do bat nights anymore.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Yeah, there is. One of the things we've lost. I remember when I was a kid, they didn't do the big bat nights anymore. And we still had some of the big Charlie's bats from back in the day in my grandparents' garage. But we would get the little bats at least, though.
Yep. 1-1 to count on Brennan as he looks at that one high for ball 2. Going to go in there and select a new weapon. Last one broke. 2 balls, 1 strike on Brennan. That one down low, 3-1 to count now. Yeah, you don't see those bats break too often.
Yeah, I'd say imagine being able to tell that story if you're the pitcher going on. Yeah, I saw it off in Easton one time in college.
3-1 count. Brando sets and deals, and that one lifted high into the night sky here. Down the right field line, and ranging back and making the catch is Casey Fink for the first out. Got to visit the Louisville Bat Company, Louisville Slugger Bat Company.
That's a cool place. It's been a long time since I've been there. I'm sure a lot has changed, but it's pretty cool there.
As Maddox Johnson steps in, the third baseman. Brando sets and deals. That one down low for ball 1. Kind of like the museum out front before you went into the factory in the back. Swing and a miss. You got to go in, and they had all these bats that were used by
That's pretty
Major
cool.
Leaguers.
Yeah, they had something like that when I was there.
And, of course, the bat that I chose to get my picture taken with, as that one's delivered high in the center field. Russ came in on it, but now backing up and makes the catch.
I got to guess. Johnny Bench bat?
Nope.
Pete Rose, Big Red Machine?
You would have thought. Nope.
Mike Schmidt.
There were several to. Now this goes back even further. One, Mr. Babe Ruth.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one to do. Yeah.
The handle on it was as big as a barrel. Those bats back then were like, you're swinging lumber.
Yeah.
Then. Connor Bailey checks his swing. They peel down, and they say he went around.
And back then, you're swinging lumber with a belly full of suds and a couple of hot dogs on
That's
top
true.
of them, too. The Babe didn't mess around.
The ball's 2 strikes, 2 outs for Austin Parando. Sets and deals. That breaking pitch misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I guess maybe the opposite might be true, actually. The Babe did a lot of messing around, it sounds like.
They have, a really neat museum out there before you go into the factory. Breaking pitch drops into the zone for a strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning for Austin Parando. We head to the top of the 7th. 3-1. Fairmont State continues to lead Charleston here on the Mountain East Digital Network. Take a look from high above home plate here at Go-Mart Ballpark. A beautiful ballpark here on the east end of Charleston. 3-1, Fairmont State leading Charleston in this elimination game. One run on 3 hits, no errors for Charleston. 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error for Fairmont State. Connor Tingler back out on the mound. And the top of the order, and Casey Fink will step to the plate. Fink 0 for 2. Tingler working from the windup. Sets and deals. Off the plate for ball 1.
In the 7th inning now, certainly in the late stages of this game, you see.
Ground ball right side, ranging over. And Smith throws it away. Backing it up was Haskins from his catcher position.
Just going to say, UC needs to figure out a way to get something going here. Either a big hit, some good fortune on the base pass, and right on cue, error on the Falcons. And Golden Eagles able to start this frame off with a runner on base. So we see the replay of the hit out to second base. And
he's kind of rushed himself.
Yeah, throw just got away from that first baseman. And Golden Eagles have one aboard to start things here in the 7th.
Third baseman Colin Kemp 0 for 3 tonight. As a throw over chases Fink back to the bag. Second error of the ball game for Fairmont State. Ball in there for a strike.
And getting them on hasn't really been the problem for UC here tonight. Just 3 hits. They've had plenty of base runners this evening. Just haven't been able to bring them around with any sort of regularity.
And the throw over to first.
Golden Eagles left the bases loaded in the second. Did it again in the fourth.
Tingler will fire over once again. A 1 to count on Colin Kemp. Tingler settles in, now delivers. Kemp shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball gets away from Haskins, and Fink dives in safely before the throw gets to second base. One to count on Colin Kemp. Tingler checks the runner. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the third baseman. Now time is called. Luis Lamond on deck for Charleston. The 1-2 pitch. That one stays upstairs, evens up the count at 2-2. Popped up. Haskins ranging over, and that's going to reach the bleachers.
Barely. Scraped the back of the dugout on the way down.
Sophomore right-hander Max Schnurr out in the bullpen for Fairmont State. I think he's warmed up. He's just kind of walking around out there, waiting to see if he is needed here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Yeah, Falcons have had a little activity down there. Just
2-2 pitch, ground ball left side, that'll get through. Fink had to hold up, so he'll advance over to third base, and now no outs and runners at the corners, and here comes head coach Matt Urish out of the dugout, and he is taking a couple looks down at the bullpen. And he'll take the ball from Tingler. We'll have a new pitcher. We'll come back. Take a look at our new pitcher for Fairmont State here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
New pitcher for the Falcons. Right-hander from Butler, PA. The sophomore Max Schnurr will come out of the bullpen here in the top half of the seventh.
Schnurr, a 2-4 record on the season, 6.28 earned run average. Made 14 appearances this season, all of them in relief. Mac threw 28 2/3 innings, allowed 36 hits, 23 runs, 20 of those were earned, walked 18, struck out 28. Opposing teams hitting .324 off of Schnurr this season, allowed 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 home runs on the season.
So he'll take over. Runners at first and third for the Golden Eagles and no outs. And second baseman Moose Lamont will come to the plate. Lamont 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out twice.
Yeah, high leverage spot here. Elimination game. Quick throw over the first. Not in time. But the loser here is eliminated. Winner will advance to play 4:30 tomorrow against the loser of Point Park and Frostburg State. Charleston trailing Fairmont 3-1. Jack said 2 runners on. Here's for Moose Lamont. Yeah.
Snare has yet to throw one to the plate, but he just threw 3 of them.
He's
over
got
the first
that
base.
pickoff move down.
Yep. Now delivers to the plate. The bunt attempt is fouled back into the screen.
Lamont, the Texas native, 0 for tonight. Big RBI double when these teams met on Wednesday.
Yeah, 1 pitch. Again shows bunt. Pulls it back. High for ball 1. Kemp down in first, Fink at third. That pitch looked a little funky coming out of the hands there. I don't know if it slipped or what.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was trying to throw like the big loopy overhand curveball or if that one, as you said, got away from him a little bit. Either way, it came in high for a ball.
2-1 to count on Lamond. That one drops in there for a strike. 2-2. From the stretch, settles at the belt. Now the delivery. That went high, full count. Payoff pitch. Swung on. That one lifted down the left field line, but hooking foul.
Looked like for a moment Lamond had put the Golden Eagles in the lead with a shot here. He said, though, that one hooked foul, and count remains full. Big spot here for both teams in this elimination game.
And now time is called. Three balls, 2 strikes on Moose Lamond with no outs here. And runners at the corners. Snurr settles in. Long pause. Now delivers the 3-2, and that one fouled away.
Good pitch. Looked like he had Lamond guessing, able to get a piece of that one, though, and foul it off.
Do it again with the 3-2. And it got him looking on the outer part of the plate, and Lamont did not like that call.
No, he did not. He let the home plate umpire know about it, too, and I believe he caught a warning for it. The umpire just turned to check the number on the back of the player's uniform as he went to the book. And not sure, hard to tell. Those black pellets, different than the dirt you get on natural playing surface. A little hard to tell from that angle whether it caught the black or was a ball, as Lamont tried to argue. But
now 1 out. And left fielder Dakota Miller. Miller 0 for 3 today as a thrower to first. Miller has struck out twice tonight, grounded out. Shows bunt, pulls it back in there for a strike.
You see trying to play a little small ball here. You saw Lamont square around the bunt a few times too. Unable to get one down, and Miller now suffering the same fate.
Damian Whitty on deck for Charleston, and the bunt attempt there comes up empty. Now no balls and 2 strikes on Miller. And out of Newport, Ohio.
Bunt's got to be off here, so you figure he's swinging or trying to look for a pitch to hit.
Haskins set up on the outside part of the plate.
Wanted that one high and got it outside, though, too.
Miller not chasing it. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And a swing and a miss. Come back with the off speed for the big strikeout. 2 down.
Great pitch by Schnur there. He'd come with the hard stuff a few times in a row and switched it up. Golden Eagles completely off balance on that one. And another batter sent back to the dugout, bat in his hand.
Going to call the training staff out and take a look at the catcher and Tyler Haskins.
Did he get clipped on that last one?
Sure. They will have a pinch hitter in Damian Whitty.
You see on the replay, follow through comes through.
Right
Looked like
there.
he clipped him right on the wrist on his glove hand. Adrenaline's still going, though.
Yeah,
he was
Haskins
psyched about
there.
the strikeout and then
realized he got
yeah,
hit
wait
with
a minute.
bat.
That didn't feel very good. So Damian Whitty, sophomore out of Hurricane, will be the pinch hitter.
245 hitter on the season, 25 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 15 runs batted in. A lefty on righty here as he looks at the first pitch outside for ball 1. He played high school ball down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana before moving to Hurricane. One-0 pitch, a breaking pitch on the backside in there for a strike. 1-1.
If you're moving to the Mountain State as a high school baseball player, not a bad spot to land out there in Putnam County. Quite the baseball program they've had rolling, gosh, for the better part of 25 years at this point.
Coach Brian Sutphin played his college ball at Davis and Elkins. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball, left side, Goff has it. He'll underhand it over to Smith to end the inning. Charleston leaving runners aboard once again. They had him at the corners, no outs. Fairmont gets out of the jam. They still lead 3-1 here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-1. Fairmont State over Charleston. Austin Brando back out on the mound. Damian Whitty will stay in the ball game and right field. Charleston right now, 1 run on 4 hits. No errors, but Tom, 10 left on base here tonight.
Yeah, that's really the story of this game. We've seen bases left loaded twice already from the Golden Eagles, and then the last frame, runners on the corners with no outs, unable to come away with anything from that, and the score remains 3-1 in favor of Fairmont State as we pass stretch time here in Charleston.
Got your Tyler Haskins and that 3-run home run back in the bottom of the 2nd inning as he looks at a strike from Brando.
Really a pretty solid game defensively and pitching from both teams. Just the one big blow by Haskins.
That one in there as well. No balls and 2 strikes. Three-run shot in the bottom of the 2nd, and he drew a walk and was picked off. In the bottom of the 4th, feel the cool air coming into the windows here in the press box.
Of course, Haskins also got clipped playing catcher in that last inning,
They
too.
did. That pitch well off the plate, 2-2 the count on Tyler Haskins. Now back into the screen. Two pitch coming up from Perando. And got him looking for the strikeout. Second strikeout of the ball game for Austin Perando. 1 out with left fielder Cameron Moore coming to the plate. Pitch outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Shot foul over towards the Fairmont State dugout. 1-1 to count. Text line says, hi, Jack, it's Carter, Owen McNeil's little brother. Just wanted to say hello and tell you that I'm still cheering on UC from Georgetown, Ontario. Ground ball left side. Stansberry fields and throws. 2 down. Owen McNeil was a heck of a pitcher for the University of Charleston. There's the text line. If you still want to shoot us a text, 304-760-9471. One of a handful of players out of Canada that have played for the University of Charleston here in the last 4 or 5 years. Ryan Goff steps in. He looks at the first pitch, a ball. Two of the count on Goff.
And baseball, not always the first sport you think of when you think of Canada, but they've put some really good ball players out there. There's been, of course, so many great Blue Jays teams.
That
That's
one
a
hit
shot.
hard. It'll die down, though, as Miller comes over and makes the catch.
I think that cool air,
Yep.
that one might have gotten out of here this afternoon.
A 1-2-3 inning for Austin Perando. Charleston has stranded 10 here tonight. They come back up here. When we come back, it's Ulrich, Dozenbach, and Rust here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Team with a river in the middle. Take me to my hometown. My hometown is your hometown. It's got a gold dome, heard the picking on the fiddle.
Friday night, Gomart Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia. 3-1 your score. Fairmont State leading Charleston. Fairmont State got on the board in the bottom of the second and that 3-run home run by the catcher Tyler Haskins. Charleston plated a run in the top of the fourth, and that's all the scoring we've had here. As leading off for the Golden Eagles, catcher Evan Ulrich, 1 for 2 on the night. And right-hander Max Schnurr back out on the mound for Fairmont State.
We've seen some big numbers so far in this tournament, Jack. This game, a downright pitcher's duel in comparison.
The first pitch high and outside for ball 1 to Ulrich. One-0 pitch stays up in the zone. 2-0 the count on the graduate student. Two-0 pitch, and that one fouled directly back into the backstop.
Timeout there. Pitcher getting a new ball.
Wet grass.
Nah, that's what it is.
2 balls, 1 strike on Evan Ulrich.
Might have had too many little pellets on it.
That one hit hard out in left field. Coming over is Moore. Makes the catch. That ball hung up just enough for left fielder Cameron Moore to come over and make the grab one out.
A nice grab by Moore over in left field as we take another look. Ball jumped off Ulrich's bat. Looked like maybe it had a chance, but Moore able to move under it and bring it in.
So 1 out, the designated hitter, and Trent Dozenbach will come in. And the first pitch swinging, fouls it back into the screen.
Thought we might have been in play there for a second, Jack. That one just hit at the very top of the screen, coming right back at us.
The hoodies and the jackets and the blankets are out here tonight. The pitch misses. 1-1 to count on Dozenbach. That one upstairs, 2-1.
56 degrees currently in the capital city. A little chilly.
That one shot right up the middle, and that'll get down for a base hit in front of Brennan.
Dozenbach's third time reaching base tonight. First time with a hit, though. Hit by a pitch in the sixth and walked in the fourth.
And a solo home run in their first game today. So 1 out and a runner aboard for Charleston. Carter Rust, the center fielder, 2 for 2 here tonight. So throw over, chases Dozenbach back into the bag. Dexter says Fairmont Falcons all the way. And there they got him picked off. 2 down.
Well, Jack, it's been that kind of ball game for the Golden Eagles. It's been that kind of day. If you go back to first game they played this afternoon, but one step forward and a couple of steps back has kind of been the way things have gone for Charleston this evening. So you see the replay. Looked like Ulrich not the surest of footing as he went to make his move back to first base, and that was all it took.
Fly ball, right side of the infield. Canterbury underneath it, makes the catch. Fairmont State out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 3-1. Falcons over the Golden Eagles here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 off I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
The people here are fantastic.
My classmates rock.
I haven't met anybody that I don't like here. It is definitely a very diverse university.
My roommates from Sweden, Germany,
Caribbean, so many places.
The academics has been stellar as well.
The professors are very nice here.
Every single person within the classroom feels appreciated. The campus is absolutely beautiful.
Everything's a close, easy walk.
I will recommend this place to everyone.
I feel so at home here.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Fairmont State leading Charleston. Austin Brando back out on the mound. His 4th inning of work. Hey, with 37 pitches, 19 strikes, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts for Brando.
It took him a few pitches to settle down once he came in out of the bullpen, but he got through that little spell to start his outing. Fernando's been pretty good.
Leading off will be second baseman Quentin Smith for the Falcons. Shows bunt and pulls it back. Misses outside for ball 1. Fouls that one away. 1-1 to count on Smith.
Looks like that's Tyler Wilkinson getting loose for the Falcons down in the bullpen. We saw him just a few nights ago as he pitched here against Charleston on Wednesday.
Ground ball left side. Fielded, and that one pulls Fink off the bag. And that'll be a throwing error on the shortstop in Stansberry.
See the replay. Stansberry, plenty of time, just sailed that one a little bit. Looked like it didn't come out of his hand clean and forced the first baseman off the bag. It'll go down in the book, E6.
First baseman Noah Canterbury 0 for 3 tonight at the plate. And the first pitch swinging, fouls it away. Brando sets and deals, and that one fouled over into the front of the Fairmont State dugout. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 out. Third strikeout for Brando. And now Quentin Reap will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss on a foul tip into the glove. Charleston get out of this inning here. Just down 2 runs. They'll come to the plate. They 9-1-2 hitters. Runner goes, swung on. That one lifted into left field on the hit and run. And here comes Smith around second. And the throw into third not in time. And runners at the corners for the Falcons and 1 out.
Perfectly executed hit and run by Fairmont State there. As you said it, runners at the corners now, 1 out. Falcons threatening here again in the 8th.
Let's see if they get a pinch runner in as Matt Urish out of the dugout. And it looks like that's what they'll do. And it'll be Gunnar Riley. So 1 out for Zach Brennan. Smith down at third, Riley at first for Fairmont State. Brennan 0 for 2. Breaking pitch lifted out in the left field. Could be deep enough. Miller comes over, makes the catch, tagging is Smith. The throw into home plate, offline. It's 4-1, Fairmont State.
Yeah, nice throw in from left field. As you said, though, just a little bit offline, and the Falcons tack one on here. Increase that lead now, 4-1.
Riley will move over to second as the throw came into home plate. Now they'll peel down to first, and a safe call there as well. So now 2 outs for third baseman Maddox Johnston. A 3-run ball game now for Fairmont State. As Brando, ground ball, right side. Lamont throws over for the final out. The sac fly out to left field. Scores another run here in the bottom of the 8th. Fairmont State leading 4-1 Charleston. The 9-1-2 hitters coming up. They're down to their last 3 outs here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions, the happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Top of the 9th, 4-1. Fairmont State leading Charleston in this elimination game. Fairmont State played a run in the bottom of the 8th. A little insurance run, if you will, Tom.
Yeah, insurance for the Falcons and backs against the wall time for the Golden Eagles. We have a pinch hitter coming up. I believe that'll be Mendoza stepping in for the Golden Eagles.
As Snur delivers in, that one fouled away. Mendoza will bat for Stansbury in the 9-hole. Nurse sets, delivers. That one hit hard out in the center field, but taking a few steps over towards his right, Zach Brennan hauls it in, 1 out.
Back to the top of the lineup. for UC now. Casey Fink coming to bat. Reached on an error last time up in the 7th. Also got on in the 4th via a walk. Reached on an error in the 1st as well.
Schnurr sets and delivers. That one in there, a strike on Fink.
Fink finding other ways to get on base tonight, and Golden Eagles sure would take another dose of that right now.
The 0-1 pitch, and that one chopped foul. No balls and 2 strikes on Casey Fink. The 0-2 pitch. Lays off of that one.
Those high fastballs, they can look like a beach ball coming in there sometime. Good job by Fink to lay off.
The 1-2 pitch. That went high as well, 2-2. Text line says, hey, it's Aunt Lynn, Coach Dean's aunt. Sorry we forgot the donuts. That's all right. You have supplied us with an abundance of donuts the past couple years. As that one dives down into the dirt, 3-2 to count.
Maybe supplied you with lots of donuts. I haven't gotten in on any of these donuts yet. I'm missing out.
Sunday home games over at the WAC. We get the donuts from Aunt Lynn.
It's good to know. I'll put that down in the calendar.
Payoff pitch coming up from Schnurr. Popped up, and that'll get out of play. Of course, they've got Gill's Grills that supplies all the food to every home game over there. Anthony Gill running the grill. One hit hard out in the center field, but coming over to his left, Brennan underneath, 2 down. Now Charleston down to their last out. And a pinch hitter coming up is Lane Weismiller. Snare period in, gets the signs. Working from the stretch. Sents and deals. Fouled off. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch, misses down and away.
Could be seeing the last few moments of this Charleston reign of going to top.
Yep, 1-1
easy
pitch,
for me to say.
Delivered into center field. And Weismiller with a 2-out single.
Golden Eagles, multiple time defending tournament champion here in the Mountain East Conference.
3 consecutive Mountain East Conference baseball tournament champions.
Also mark the end of the Kanawha County dominance in this tournament. West Virginia State in there before the Golden Eagles.
West Virginia State won it back in 2021 down at Epplin Stadium in Beckley, before it moved here to the capital city.
The Yellow Jackets, of course, eliminated earlier today in their game against Point Park.
Moose Lamond, no balls, 1 strike. High for ball 1. Delivered in there, a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fairmont State trying to advance to Saturday. Maxner settles, delivers the 1-2, swung on, and that one lifted foul.
And lots of noise starting to come out of that Falcons dugout. You can tell they feel it. They're on the brink here, one pitch away from a potential date. Saturday games in the Mountain East Conference Baseball Championships.
Schnurr settles in at the belt. The 1-2 delivery breaking pitch is popped up and out of play. That'll reach the concourse area down the right field line.
Free souvenir for somebody over hanging out by the party deck.
So we'll do it again with the 1-2 pitch coming up. Schnurr delivers in, tipped into the glove, and that'll end it as Fairmont State avenges a loss earlier on Wednesday against Charleston, comes back and gets the victory here tonight, 4-1, to eliminate the University of Charleston. We'll take a break. We'll come back and recap it from here inside Gilmart Ballpark here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 of I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
Got a home team and a river in the middle. Take me to my hometown. My hometown is your hometown. It's got a gold dome, heard the picking on the fiddle.
The health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Bid league.
Welcome back inside Gilmart Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia. Fairmont State victorious over Charleston, 4-1. Charleston has been eliminated. They'll finish their season at 26-25. Fairmont State lives on for another day as they move on to Saturday, 4:30 matchup. They'll wait for the loser between Point Park and Frostburg State. Point Park and Frostburg State will get underway tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. here inside Go-Mart Ballpark, and then Fairmont State awaits the loser of that one. The Falcons, again, 26-25. The winning pitcher is Connor Tingler. 4 innings pitched tonight. Tingler, 4 hits, 1 run. That's an earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts in the victory. They'll give the save to Max Schnurr. Schnurr now with 3 saves on the season. The loss, they'll tag to the starting pitcher for Charleston, and Mason Bain. He'll even up his record at 3-3 on the mound. Charleston, again, will finish the season 26-25. And, Tom, it's kind of a reversal of roles from Wednesday night's game where Charleston was out-hit but took advantage of the errors and the walks and the hit batsmen that Fairmont State gave them.
Yeah, tonight really a reversal of fortunes from what we saw 2 nights ago here in Charleston, as the Golden Eagles really just couldn't buy a break tonight. Jack left the bases loaded twice, and I go back to that big high-leverage situation in the 7th inning where they were able to get runners on the corners with no outs, trailing by just 2 runs, and come away with nothing. That was kind of not the nail in the coffin, but you could hear the big girl warming up the pipes for that in that moment.
3-run home run from the catcher for the Falcons, and Tyler Haskins. That came in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and really that's all the runs they needed. They added an insurance run in the bottom of the 8th to get the 4-1 victory over Charleston. Charleston 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error, and a key to the ball game, 11 left on base tonight.
Yeah, like I mentioned, they left the bases loaded twice, and then that situation in the 7th with the runners on the corners, unable to get any in. Just not your night, not your day, not your tournament, really, if you were the Golden Eagles. 3-time defending champions coming in. Nothing to really hang your head about for those outgoing seniors in this program, but probably a bitter pill to swallow tonight for that group.
For Fairmont State, 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. They left 6 runners on base tonight, but they get the victory over Charleston 4-1. Tom, final thoughts here.
It's just been a good week of baseball so far. We've seen, as you mentioned during the broadcast, a lot of really big numbers in these final scores. Not the case here tonight, but Fairmont State able to gut one out, made those 3 runs from the big shot in the 2nd inning, stand up, and Falcons move on tomorrow where they await the loser of Point Park and Frostburg. Both of those teams undefeated so far in tournament play, 2-0. This is a double elimination tournament, so Falcons just playing with their backs against the wall the rest of the way out, and we'll see who they get after that 1 o'clock game tomorrow. That Fairmont State back on the diamond, 4:30 p.m. approximate start time here at Go-Mart Ballpark.
So 1 o'clock, Point Park, Frostburg State. You and Mark Martin will have the call of that one, and then I'll come in and close it out at the 4:30 matchup to be determined who will play Fairmont State.
Butch calling for the righty out of the bullpen for the late game.
I've enjoyed it, buddy. You guys have enjoyed our broadcast here today. We'll be back again tomorrow, 1 o'clock here on the Mountain East Digital Network for our producer and Brian Shepard. Levi Barnhart directing the cameras here tonight. Parker Withrow out on a camera. Let's see, we had Kate Burgess on a camera and Jackie Donnell on a camera tonight. So
great group.
Quality job again tonight for those folks from Video Productions. For my partner and Tom Bragg, I'm Jack Withrow saying so long here from Go-Mart Ballpark in Charleston, West Virginia. The final score, Fairmont State gets the victory over Charleston 4-1. You've been watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 Mountain East Conference Baseball Tournament.